everybody. Let's see if that's a good view. Hard to tell. It's gonna work, I think. Okay, let me get my Zoomies going over here, and then we'll start class. Who's watching? Okay, let's see. Okay. Well, I don't have any Zoomies over here, so I'm just going to give them like one more minute, and then we'll start. Maybe nobody's coming today. That's okay, too. I guess that's okay. Let's see if I can get this centered a little better. Okay. Well, I think let's just start, huh? Just do the yokes. If everyone's not here, that's okay, because then I can just do what I want. Just do whatever I want. Just do whatever I want. Just kidding. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, Travis is here. You're here! Thought I was all alone in the dark.
I was late.
I was just gonna do whatever I wanted right now, but I guess I gotta do yoga. I'm just kidding. I was gonna do it anyway. Okay, let's do this thing. Any requests?
No.
Okay. Just me and you, Travie Poo. I'm muting you.
Can't believe it.
I know, it's so crazy out there right now, this world. I'm getting vaccinated today, though. Okay, vamonos. Let's do this. Let's just start today in a comfortable seat. So, the usual. Find your way into a seat. If you want to take a moment to get there, kind of rock back and forth. Find a sense of grounding through your sit bones. Maybe roll your head around, roll your shoulders around for a moment. So no rush, but eventually just settle into stillness. And close your eyes. Feel the length in your spine. See if you can find just a little more length in the back of your neck. And start to notice how you feel, how your body feels on the inside. And start to notice your breath. Next time you inhale, let's fill up as big as we possibly can. So breathe in and hold at the top. And sip in just that little bit more. Exhale, open mouth, sigh, release. Do that one more time. So inhale, fill up. Hold in fullness. Sip in a little more. Exhale, let it go. And do one more like that just on your own. Hold for as long as you want to, and then big exhale to let it go when you're ready. And then slowly begin to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So Begin to deepen your breath. Make it more intentional, and do put just a gentle effort behind it. So you are using the muscles in your chest and between your ribs and in your belly to push the air out. Just gently. And stay in your seat for as long as you want to, just connecting to your breath, exploring it. And when you feel ready to add some movement, let's come forward to hands and knees and just start working there. So no rush, but eventually tabletop position and just intuitive movement. So cat-cows are a great place to start. Maybe you take some hip circles, sit back into a child's pose. Maybe you want to move around on your fingertips or spin your fingers back to face towards your knees. So get as creative, as intuitive, and just as instinctual even as possible. So just moving your body by feeling. Close your eyes and go inward. Notice what feels good, what feels tight. So imagine you're a four-legged jungle creature. You just woke up from your long nap and you're stretching out your body now. You're like, oh, that feels good. Oh, that feels stiff. So just explore that. And all the while, your breath is moving through you. And in your next few rounds, so no rush again, but eventually downward facing dog is where we want to end up. So take it back to down dog when you're ready. And once you're back in downward facing dog, just give it a few breaths, walk it out, feel into it. Feel into those little tiny micro adjustments you can make, and then maybe you even explore some bigger movements. Shift your hips from side to side, reach one leg up and then the other. Shake your head yes or no. So wherever you want to go, just exploring. All right, let's take just a couple more breaths in down dog. So really feel that lift in your hips. So like there's a rope attached to your belly button pulling up. Then at the same time, press down through your hands. Fingers are spreading nice and wide. See if you can find a little more length in your side bodies. Take one more inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, look to the top of your mat. Step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you've arrived, find your spinal extension. So spine parallel to the ground. Pause here for a moment and really stick your butt out behind you. So if you need to bend your knees, that's fine. Back of your neck long, so gaze down. And then see if you can find just a little more connection to your center. So draw your belly button in and up. And as you did that, see if you can lengthen your spine just a little bit more. Take one more big inhale, tons of length. Exhale, let it go. Halfway lift again. So we'll just take this one breath. Feel into it. Feel your alignment. Feel that length. Exhale, release. This time, halfway lift. Continue to rise. So all the way up. Unhinge at your hips. Reach up. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, let's flow for just a moment. High mountain. Inhale. And heart leads, slow dive down. So lengthen, traction out your spine, then fold in. With your inhale, lift halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. And with your exhale, let it go, Uttanasana. Press into your feet. Lead with your heart. Take it all the way up to stand. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do one more round like that. High mountain. Inhale. And exhale, slow swan dive. You are in no rush. With your inhale, lift halfway. And with your exhale, let it go. Press into your feet. Heart guides. Take it all the way up. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, inhale, reach up. And then as you exhale, let's take our hands behind our back, interlace our fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. Now we're gonna get crazy here right away, so we're gonna move into a balancing pose. With your hands interlaced, or your fingers interlaced, hands clasped, float your left knee up into space. So standing staff with your fingers interlaced. Now we're gonna slowly transition through airplane pose. So start by just bringing your left heel to your left butt cheek and directing your left knee straight towards the ground. Now hinge at your hips, and as you hinge, begin to kick your left foot back and slightly up. Keep a little baby cobra in your chest. Once you've got your left leg extended back, see if you can now work the opening in your shoulders. So shoulder blades hug your spine. Maybe start to lift your hands up towards the ceiling, up away from your body. Keep your hips square, little lift in your heart. Back leg is strong, back foot is active, so spread your toes. Make sure you can breathe. Take about 2 more rounds. We're gonna land in a crescent lunge, so ever so slowly, as soft as possible, get ready. End of your second exhale, left toes to the back of your mat. Release your clasp, and then arms to the sky. Strong legs, tone your belly, lift your heart. Take one more inhale, reach up, maybe gaze up. And then exhale, bring your hands to the ground, or if you want to use blocks, bring some blocks under your hands. I want you to inhale here and just gaze forward, lengthen. So as you gaze, lengthen from the crown of your head back to your left heel. And then exhale, we're going to straighten our front leg, nose towards your knee, forehead towards your shin. Inhale back into a lunge. If you want to bring your hands further forward and let your hips move towards the ground, that's fine. Maybe back knee kisses the ground. Exhale, pull back and straighten your front leg. Hips stay square. Do that a couple more times. You might widen your stance a little bit. It's okay if when you move into that lunge, your knee comes forward of your ankle, just as long as we're not really weight bearing. So move back and forth, just working that length in the back of your right leg. Move with your breath. Keep your hips nice and square. Next time you straighten your front leg, hold there for about 3 rounds. So you're still balancing on the ball of your back foot. Draw your belly button in and up, and then think of reaching your heart past your front knee. I know it's probably not going to happen, but that's your intention. And then forehead towards your front shin. Big, spacious breaths. Let's take just one more round. Use your exhale to dive even deeper, fold even further, and then as you inhale, come back into your low lunge position, hands on the ground. Now we're going to take it up to a 3-legged down dog, so right leg to the sky. Take a moment to just lengthen, reach your right leg high and stretch it out. Press down through both hands. Take one more inhale. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog, take it back up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, or as high as you can get, so aim high. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Now listen, exhale, 3-legged plank pose, come forward. You can stay here with your right leg lifted, or right foot can come down, even knees can come down to modify. Take one more big inhale where you're at. Exhale, slowly lower chaturanga. Spider-Man Cobra. Bring your hands out nice and wide. Lift all the way up onto your fingertips. Lift your chest up. Breathe in. Elbows face the sky. Exhale, twist to your right. Dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, other side. So dip your right shoulder down. Twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Heart lifts, belly tones. Exhale, let it go. Press up to hands and knees, tabletop position. All right, from your tabletop, we'll take our right arm forward and our left leg back. So move into your spinal balance right away. Right arm forward, left leg back. And then from here, we'll move into our half bow variation, our bind. So right arm reaches back, bend your left knee, heel towards your butt, lift your heart gaze forward. Hug in with your inner thighs. This can be right where you stay. If it's available to you, grab hold of your foot, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, and keep lifting your heart, opening through your front body. Hug in with your inner thighs to keep that little tone in your low abdominals. Take about 2 more deep breaths. Good job. End of your second exhale. Release and re-extend. So right arm forward, left leg back. Take a big inhale. Neutralize. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath you. Curl in. Inhale, lengthen. And again, exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving through honey. Keep your left arm strong. Press through your left fingertips. Inhale, reach. And then last one, elbow to knee. Round even through your mid-back, your mid-spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower down. And let's take thread the needle pose. So bring your knees out a little bit wider than your hips. Take your left arm. So we're going to start with our left arm. Left arm out to the left, all the way up. Breathe in, and then exhale, thread your left arm underneath you. So reach through as far as you can. Come down to rest, outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. And then breathe into your back body. Take your exhales all the way to emptiness. About 3 more deep breaths. If you happen to have your right hand lifted, bring your right hand back to the ground. Next time you inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it all the way up, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, set your left hand down, and then take it back, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, right leg to the sky, and then this is crazy. Listen, as you exhale, come forward to a 3-legged plank position. Now right heel towards your right butt cheek. Imagine you're trying to touch the top of your head with your toes. So see if you can find a little arch in your spine by squeezing the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Gaze slightly forward. Try to lift your heart. Take 1 more big deep breath. This is a super difficult posture. It's super uncomfortable if you ask me. Inhale, 3-legged dog. So back up and stretch your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat. So round your spine as you bring your right foot forward. All right, root down into your right foot. Standing splits, left leg floats. So think of it as just a 1-legged forward fold. Your neck can relax, your head can be heavy. You can take it wherever you want to. So maybe you want to wrap your right arm behind your right leg. Maybe you want to play around with a couple hops into handstand or moving towards it, playing around with it. Your pose, your expression. Make sure your breath is right there with you. If you're holding standing splits, left leg is strong and left foot is active. Spread your toes. Draw up with your belly button. That invisible rope is pulling up. Take just 1 more inhale, maybe 1 last little hop if you want it. Exhale, set your left foot down next to right, forward fold. Give your right leg a gentle little shake out. And then feet about hips width distance apart if they're not there already. Bend your knees as much as necessary so that you can wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. So index finger, middle finger, wrap around your big toes. Once you've got that, see if you can find a spinal extension. So even if you have a big bend in your knees, stick your butt out behind you, lengthen your spine, breathe in. And exhale, fold. Belly button draws in and up. Crown of your head moves towards the ground. You can reach your elbows out to the right and left a little bit and see if you can find a little more space in your upper back. Try not to roll onto your heels completely, so keep some weight forward and try to keep some weight also on the inner edges of your feet. 2 more breaths. Each exhale, navel to spine, fold a little bit further. Next time you breathe in, spinal extension. So lengthen it out, realign your spine. Exhale, fold and bow. Now slowly rise, take it all the way up. Inhale, stretch your arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. So without taking it full throttle just yet, roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades just hug in towards your spine. Root into your left foot, float your right knee up, standing staff. So find your balance here first. Activate your right foot, so flex your toes, hug in with your inner thighs. Find something in front of you to look at, your drishti, your focus point. Now we're going to start by just bringing our right heel to our right butt cheek. So your right knee now points towards the ground. And then from here, little micro bend in your standing leg, hinge at your hips. Begin to kick your right foot back, little lift in your heart. Maybe once you've got your right leg extended, you start to work that opening in your shoulder. So see if you can start to lift your hands up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your back muscles around your spine. You've got about 2 more rounds. Keep your hips square, keep your back leg strong, your back foot active. Keep breathing. We're going to land in our high crescent lunge. So end of your next exhalation, slowly with intention. Right toes to the back of your mat, arms to the sky. Take just a moment, feel the strength in your legs. Hug in with your inner thighs. 1 more inhale. Gaze up if you'd like. Exhale, bring your hands down. So fingertips to the ground or hands to blocks if you have some at home. Take an inhale, gaze forward, and if you want to, you can bend your front knee more and tap your back knee gently to the ground. Exhale, straighten your front leg, nose towards your knee, forehead towards your shin. Go back and forth a few times. So inhale, low lunge, lengthen your spine. Exhale, straighten your front leg, and you can round through your upper back, draw your belly button in and up. Inhale, low lunge. Move at your own pace. Couple more times, back and forth. Keep your back foot strong so you're still high on the ball of your back foot. Next time you straighten your front leg, we're going to hold there for just a moment. So keep your front leg as straight as possible. Low spine as long as possible. Imagine you want to reach your heart past your left knee. Keep drawing your left sit bone up, 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 and press the top of your left thigh back. Balance on the ball of your back foot. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths. Each exhale, that's your invitation to dive just a little deeper, fold just a little further from the inside. Good job, you guys. Very end of your next exhale. Let's come back into a low lunge. And then three-legged down dog. So keep your hands planted. Take your left leg back and up. If you want, you can gently shake it out for just a moment. And then let's take one more big inhale to press down and really stretch. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left to left, as high as you can get on your left arm. Navel to spine, use your core. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then exhale, just come forward to a three-legged plank. Hold here for a moment. So I want you to feel the strength in your core and feel the strength in your arms. Press the ground away. You can keep your left leg lifted, bring your left foot down, or even bring your knees down. One more inhale. Exhale, lower. Chaturanga. Inhale, Spider-Man Cobra. Hands come out wide. You're up on your fingertips. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, twist one direction. It's up to you. Inhale, come through center. And with your exhale, opposite direction. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release. Let's take it up to a tabletop, hands and knees. All right. So from your hands and your knees, right away, move into your spinal balance. Left arm forward and right leg back. And then from here, we'll move into our half bow. Bend your right knee, heel towards your butt. Reach your left arm back, lift your heart, look forward. Hug in with your inner thighs and see if you can reach back further. Lift your heart higher. If it's available, grab hold of your right foot. Kick foot into hand. Pull hand back into foot. Keep breathing and keep hugging in with your inner thighs. That'll keep that little tone in your low belly to support your low back. 2 more rounds. Heart lifted. Inner thighs squeeze. Big deep breaths. Last round. And then super slowly release out of it. Re-extend, breathe in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. And again, elbow to knee. Exhale, curl in, hollow out. Inhale, lengthen. And last time, elbow to knee, round through your mid-back, your mid-spine. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lower down. Knees come out a little bit wider than your hips. And we'll take thread the needle. Right arm reaches out to the right, all the way up. Breathe in. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath you. So reach through as far as you can. Come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. And you can turn this into whatever variation you would like. Breathe into your back body. Exhale all the way to emptiness. All right, if you do happen to have your left hand lifted, go ahead and bring it back to the ground. And then next time you inhale, unthread your right arm. Bless me. All right, right arm all the way up, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, set your right hand down. Let's take it back to downward facing dog. All right, reconnect to your Ujjayi breath. Fire it up. From your down dog, inhale, take your left leg up. Keep your hips square. Exhale, rock forward to your three-legged plank pose. So we've already been here. Now we're going to add that little back bend. So left heel towards your left butt cheek. You can flex or point through your toes. Little lift in your heart. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, but stay connected to your center. Imagine you want to touch the top of your head with your tiptoes. Take one more round. Inhale, three-legged dog. Take it back up and stretch it out. Exhale, round your spine as you slowly step your left foot forward, low lunge. And then we'll move into our standing splits. Right leg floats up. So neck can relax, head can be heavy. Keep your left leg strong, hug in with your left inner thigh. Lift from your belly button, and then keep your right leg strong. Spread your right toes or do something with your right foot so it's active. You can stay where you're at. You can wrap your left arm behind left leg. You can play with handstand hops. Wherever you want to go today, or on this side, I should say. You've got about 2 more breaths. If you're holding standing splits, relax your neck. Let your face be soft. Everybody. Keep breathing. Let's take just one more big inhale. See if you can lift your right leg a little higher. Exhale, step your right foot down next to left. You can give your left foot a gentle shake out, or your left leg a gentle shake out if you want. All right. Feet hips width distance apart, all 10 toes face forward. This time, step onto the palms of your hands, Padangusthasana, so gorilla pose. Try to get the tips of your toes to touch little creases in your wrist. So if you need to bend your knees a lot to get there, perfectly fine. And then once you're there, see if you can bring your weight just slightly forward as you lift your sit bones higher. So engage your core, navel to spine, and then use that to dive deeper, to fold further. Breathe into your back body, breathe down the backs of your legs. Try not to put all your weight in your heels, and try not to roll onto the outer edges of your feet. Couple more deep breaths. End of your next exhale. Let it go. Halfway lift to realign. Exhale, fold. Now root through your feet and take it all the way up. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right. Inhale, arms reach up. And again, exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. So we're starting the same way. Shoulders back and down, right foot roots down. Float your left knee up. And then we're going to slowly move into our airplane pose with our fingers interlaced, just like we did before. So left heel to left butt cheek. Start to hinge at your hips as you extend your left leg back. Once you've got your left leg extended, see if you can work that opening in your shoulders a little more. Maybe start to lift your hands up towards the ceiling. Now, here's where it gets crazy. We're going to slowly is the key word, start to move our head towards the ground as we lift our left leg higher. So toppling tree is what we're calling this. Head towards the ground, left leg towards the sky, just like a teeter-totter. One side goes up as the other side goes down. Keep working that for as long as you can. Left leg up, head towards the ground. When you've got as far as you can, standing splits is where you'll end up. So you can release your clasp, fingertips come down. Take your time, you're in no rush. Once you're in your standing splits, let your neck relax. See if you can lift your left leg just a little higher. Stretch it out. One more inhale. And then exhale, pyramid pose. So step your left foot down. And you know how you like your stance. So both feet flat. I like my feet on 2 train tracks with all 10 toes facing forward. Inhale to a halfway lift position. Lengthen and then exhale. Lead with your heart, fold. Forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee, belly button in and up. Lift your right sit bone, your right butt cheek. Press back through the top of your right thigh. Take about 2 or 3 more deep breaths. Good job, you guys. One more round. Dive as deep as you can with your exhale. End of your exhale, just step your back foot forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step back to plank pose. Pause here. Vashisthasana, side plank. Right hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. Left arm to the sky. Lift your hips super high. If you want to modify, right knee can always come to the ground. Reach your left arm forward. Maybe float your left leg up. As you do so, see if you can lift your hips even higher. So press down with your right hand. Use your right side abdominals, those oblique muscles, to lift. Soften your face. Take 2 more breaths. Reach through your fingers, active through both feet. End of your next exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down. Baby cobra this time. So lift your chest using back strength rather than arm strength. Float your hands up, reach your hands back. Float your feet up, reach your toes back. Hug in with your inner thighs. You can stay here, or if you want, interlace your fingers and use that as leverage to lift a little higher. Breathe down into your belly. Keep the back of your neck long. See if you can use the strength in your mid-back to lift higher. One more inhale, give it everything you've got. Exhale, let it go. Just rest your head to either side for a moment. Breathe down into your low back. If you want, you can windshield wiper your shins. And then in your next 3 or 4 breaths, transition back to down dog. So you can take your time, you can move through a child's pose. Take a round or 2 of cat-cow, eventually downward facing dog. Big deep breaths. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, this time open up your right hip, so bend your knee, squeeze your outer right butt cheek, stack your right hip on top of left. Keep your shoulders strong, your hands rooted, and then right foot is active. You can absolutely stay here. This is a great place to stay, or option to flip it. So right tiptoes would come down behind you. Reach your right arm forward, reach your heart forward, press your hips up. So allow your body to really open. Take 1 or 2 more rounds. Good job. End of your exhale, everybody. Just regular down dog. So take a moment and just walk it out. Great big inhale. Exhale, gaze forward. Step, tiptoe, or hop. Forward fold, top of your mat. Once you've arrived, spinal extension. Breathe in, lengthen, realign. Exhale, let it go. Now root through your feet and let's take it all the way up. This may be the last time we're here. Inhale, big full body stretch. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, inhale, arms reach up. And as you exhale, hands behind your back, find your clasp. If you want to, just to get a little crazy, switch it to 1 finger over so it's your non-habitual way of clasping. Shoulders back and down. Left foot roots down. Right knee floats up. Find your balance here first. And then when you're ready, you're going to start to transition into airplane pose. So right knee points towards the ground, right heel towards your right butt cheek. Slowly start hinging, extending your right leg back. When you feel like you're kind of in your pose, your right leg is extended back, your heart is slightly lifted. See if you can work your arms, work that opening in the front of your shoulders. So keep your fingers interlaced and then start to lift your hands up. Now when you're ready, toppling tree, head down as your right leg lifts slowly. Stay connected to your center. So just like a scale, one side goes down, other side goes up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Right leg strong, right foot active. Keep working it for as long as you can. When you've gone as far as you can go, there's nothing more you can find here. Standing splits. Release your clasp. Fingertips to the ground. Relax your neck. Let your head be heavy. Just stretch your right leg as high as you can. So really just stretch it out. Take one more big inhale. Pyramid pose. Exhale, step your right foot down somewhere behind your left foot. Set up your stance the way you like it. I like 2 train tracks for my feet. 2 skis. Alton toes face forward. Halfway lift. As you breathe in, really find length from the top of your head back to your left sit bone. And then as you exhale, keep lifting your left sit bone up. Reach your heart forward past your knee. And then forehead towards your shin. Belly button draws in and up with each exhale. Dive deeper, fold further. Breathe into that tension in the back of your left leg. Soften around it. Last couple rounds, 2 or 3 more breaths. Work your pose. Allow yourself to be in discomfort and just breathe into it. Soften around it. This pose is not comfortable for me. That's okay. Last round. End of your exhale. Just step your back foot forward, forward fold. Halfway lift with your in-breath. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, and we've got side plank. Vashisthasana. Left hand is our base this time. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot. Right arm reaches up. Press down through your left hand and lift with your left side abdominals. Option to reach your right arm forward. Option to float your right leg up. You can also bring your left knee down if you're modifying. You guys know that. 2 more breaths, your fullest expression. Soften your face. Make sure you're breathing slow and steady. Let yourself shake. That's okay. 1 more inhale. Exhale, plank pose. Take an inhale at the top. You can come to your knees if you want to modify. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, start with a baby cobra. Float your hands up, reach your hands back, float your feet up. Stay here, or interlace, or full floor bow. Bend both knees, reach back. Grab hold of the tops of your feet or your ankles, it's up to you. Hug in with your inner thighs. And start to use that as leverage. So kick foot into hands, pull hands back into foot, into feet, I guess I should say. And then hug in with your inner thighs to protect your low back. Open up through your front body and breathe down into your belly. Back of your neck stays long, face stays soft. Take 1 more round. End of your exhale, let it go. Rest your head to one side, breathe down into your low back. If you want, you can windshield wiper your shins. And in your next 3, 4, 5 breaths, downward facing dog. However you want to get there. All right, from your down dog, fire up your breath. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, open up your left hip, bend your left knee, squeeze your outer left butt cheek. Great place to stay. option to flip it if you want to. So left toes come down behind you, left arm reaches forward, heart turns up, hips press up. Breathe down into your belly. Your fullest expression of this back bend, one more round. And then everybody regular down dog and just walk it out. And by everybody, I mean Travie Poo. All right. Take just a moment, pedal out your heels, shift your weight from side to side. One more big breath into your down dog. And then end of your exhale, just gently set your knees down on the ground. And we're going to take screaming toe pose. So keep your toes tucked under and your knees about hips width distance apart. Sit your hips back onto your heels. Hands can come to your heart center. Hands can rest on your lap, or arms can just relax by your sides. So sit up tall, soften your face, and just take some deep breaths. Hug in with your inner heels, so don't let your heels drift out to the sides. Good job. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths. So let that heat build in your feet. It's so good for your feet, so good for your plantar fascia. Breathe into it, soften around it. And last breath, let's inhale, fill up as big as you can. Hold at the top, keep holding your breath, but try to relax around it. Big open mouth sigh. Let it go. Come forward to hands and knees. Untuck your toes, and if it would feel good, gently tap the tops of your feet against your mat. And when you're ready, downward facing dog again. So as you move back into your down dog, you'll feel that new awareness, that aliveness in your feet. Reconnect to your breath. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose, right shin forward. Set your body down gently. If there's a certain variation you want to explore, choice is always yours. Otherwise, you'll start your bow forward at any time. So as you bow forward, think of pulling your right hip, your right butt cheek back towards the back of your mat. Right butt cheek pulls back and your heart reaches forward. Your low back stays long. Breathe. All right, last couple breaths. Exhale out your mouth if you'd like. And then let's just slowly begin to ease our way back up. And eventually, three-legged down dog. So tuck your back toes under, take your right leg to the sky, gently shake it out, roll out your ankles, circle your right knee, anything that calls to you. Eventually, downward facing dog, walk it out. And if you'd like to, you can move through a vinyasa just at your own time and pace. And then let's take it to the other side. So inhale, left leg back and up. Nice and easy. Exhale, take your left shin forward and set your body down. So set yourself up with awareness as you energetically pull your left hip back. Heart reaches forward and bow forward. Keep drawing your left hip back and slightly up, even as you're bowing. So you want to keep your femur bone plugged into the hip socket. And breathe. Slow, steady, and spacious. About 2 more breaths, 2 more rounds. And I'm just going to leave it up to you ultimately. So when you do feel pretty much even on both sides, start transitioning back up. Eventually your three-legged dog, gently shake it out or any movement that calls to you. And then one final down dog. No hurry. If you would like to take one last vinyasa, go for it. And eventually one last deep breath into your dog pose. And find your way into a seat and then down onto your back, nice and easy. I might actually end class in an hour today. It will be a miracle. So once you're down on your back, gently draw your knees in, rock from side to side. And keep your right knee drawn in, left leg extends forward and just set it on the ground. Supine spinal twist, so scoot your hips over to the right a little bit. Reach your right arm out to the right. And roll over onto your left side. You can gaze up or you can gaze over your right shoulder, and then just breathe down into your belly. Let your body relax into the ground more and more. And then end of your next exhale, let's come back to center. Left leg stays extended. Adjust your hips so they're straight down from your shoulders. Right knee in and up towards your right armpit. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then half happy baby for just a moment with your right leg. Try to keep a nice neutral spine. If it's helpful, you can bring your left hand behind your head. Pull down with the strength in your right arm, but press up through your heel. Flex your toes. One more breath. And then release your right leg. Draw your left knee up. Supine spinal twist on this side. So scoot your hips over to the left. Reach your left arm out to the left. And roll over onto your right side body. Gaze up or over your left shoulder. And then when you feel pretty much even, come back to your spine, back to center. Adjust your hips so they're straight down from your shoulders. Hug your left knee in and up. Hands around the front of your shin. Squeeze. Half happy baby with your left leg. If you want to, right hand behind your head. And that might help just neutralize your spine, lengthen the back of your neck. So half happy baby, couple breaths. And then if you want to turn it into a full happy baby, feel free. Oh, Jill, you were here, yay! And eventually you guys just start settling into your final relaxation. So no rush, just if there's any last and final movements, poses, anywhere else you want to go to complete your practice, go there. And then just begin to settle in. Find your way into your Shavasana. My very short and sweet thought for you is by Young Pueblo. It says, I closed my eyes to look inward and found a universe waiting to be explored. So just a reminder that we all have an entire universe within us. There's so much, so many layers we can peel back, so many ways we can explore ourselves and what's going on inside of us. That is spirituality, is just the exploration of you, what's inside. So for these last few moments, you're welcome to turn your Zoom off if you want to just close your practice for yourself when you're ready. Otherwise, I'll bring you out of Shavasana in a couple minutes. So take these last few moments to just go inward, to explore your own inner universe, and to simply just be. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Exhale. Slowly begin to wiggle fingers, toes, and just bring small movements back into your body. If a full body stretch would feel good, go for it. And then eventually roll to either side, so fetal position. Take a couple breaths, just resting on your side body. Using the strength in your arms, ease your way up into a seat. So eyes closed, sit up nice and tall, just as we began. Exhale in your breath. And inhale, sweep your arms out, around and up. And just gather in symbolically all the energy, all the efforts of our practice, anything that came through for you, bring it all into your heart, hands to heart. Thank you guys so much for being here, letting me guide you. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.